The brand new LEGO releases just don't stop. With June 1st just a few days away, here we are looking at some brand new LEGO Ideas sets coming out on June 1st with the LEGO Ideas Disney Pixar Luxo Jr. And I just know looking at this, a lot of people are going to be very happy because it's such an iconic bit of Disney history, Pixar history, and just a nice everyday object. Even if you're not a Disney fan, just having this lamp could be pretty cool to have. Obviously got the ball there as well. Unfortunately, the lamp doesn't actually have a light, so it can't actually be a lamp. That would have been top tier, although I would probably expect it to be a little bit more expensive, and I'm sure some people will modify this so it can be a functioning lamp. If it was a functioning lamp, I'd love it even more. I'm still quite tempted by this because, you know, it's a Disney object, and I like everyday objects made out of Lego, so this is kind of right up my street. But for £60, I'll probably wait for it to be a discount. It's not a day one buy for me, but yeah, you can pose it, bouncing on the ball. That does look very good. What do you think about this one? Tell me in the comments. It's rated 18 plus with 613 pieces, and if you buy it directly from Lego, you'll earn 480 insider points, and it's set number 21357, again releasing on June 1st. And I know that this one has been submitted a few times in the Lego Ideas process, and it was held back because it needed more revisions to be done, so Lego took their time because they wanted to make this. They knew that people would like it, and clearly they would. There is a support fan base behind this. And just this little spring mechanism, the posability of it. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Just too bad it's not a real functioning lamp. And from one LEGO Ideas set to another, here we have the Minifigure Vending Machine coming out on the 4th of June, so a couple of days later, which is a little bit disappointing. You know, not everything on June 1st. I guess you can save your wallet a little bit here, but it's another everyday object built in Lego, a classic little toy vending machine, gumball machine, that sort of thing. And if you look closely, classic space minifigure in the new colour. There's 2 new colours, and there's 2 of them each, so there's 4 classic space minifigures here in total, as you can see, including a gold one there, some Fabuland tributes, Paradiser, Castle, Pirates, even the LEGO Ideas exclusive torso. So essentially it's a fancy CMF series with a couple of doubles and a few slight variations, but in a Lego set gumball machine for £150, which would probably feel a bit expensive that way. But if you thought, okay, right, each of these minifigures is worth roughly £3.50 each, and you get 16 of them in total, do the math there, then factor in how much is the build worth, how much is this worth to you with these little specialized pieces to put the minifigures in. It actually works if you turn it. So yeah, you know, I think it looks cool. I wish the whole top part, the dome section here, was a bit more rounded. It looks a bit too blocky and square for my liking, and I've seen some similar concepts by other brands which they have made it look a bit more rounded, but it's still a pretty cool object. Probably a shelf sitter like most of these LEGO Ideas sets tend to be, and this again is something that I would potentially buy, but only if I saw it at like a really cool discount. I think it's cool, but I'm not desperate to have it, and there's other things I'd rather spend my money on, but it's a cool set. The fact that it exists, it works, it's a Lego product. I just like seeing brick-built things, but here you can see it's a bit small on top of this radiator cover besides some books, so keep that in mind. But it's rated 18 plus with 1,343 pieces, and it'll earn you 1,200 insider points if you buy it from Lego. It's at number 21358, and as I said, it's got 16 minifigures, and the dimensions there, it measures 28 centimeters high, 17 centimeters wide, and 21 centimeters deep. So it's pretty cool that LEGO Ideas is getting stronger and stronger with its sets, and this one is a welcome addition. On to some LEGO Icon sets now, and here we have the Sherlock Holmes Book Nook. We also have the Book Nooks for Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, so this seems to be a new little sub-theme that LEGO were doing. Sherlock Holmes, I didn't expect LEGO to make a Sherlock Holmes set, but it's pretty cool. At £110, I'm not really interested in Book Nooks as a whole, but just looking at this as a display piece, it's like a nice little diorama with the minifigures here, and I think with a couple modifications this could work really nicely in a Lego Winter Village, which is probably what I would buy it for. Again, on discount, not a day one buy for me, but if I saw it on discount I will buy this and have it kind of like this opened up as part of my Winter Village, I think, so that could look quite nicely. But if you are a Book Nook fan, then, well, this is what you get. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. A little bit plain around the sides, but again, if you're having books and it's going up on a bookshelf, you probably won't see the back and sides, so that's not too bad. But it's a nice little alleyway diorama scene here, or you can have it opened up like that on your shelf. Plenty of details inside as well, and some fun play features. Yeah, I quite like this. I feel like the minifigures are, I don't know, questionable. I think Sherlock Holmes, the face print there, that's not, you know, that's a one we've had for a long time, but it's nice to get obviously a few of the characters here. Yeah, so I like this one. If it's on a discount, I will probably get it. Rated 18 plus with 1,359 pieces, 880 insider points, and it's set number 10351. And if you read down more about it, it just tells you about the set. Yeah, like I said, I'm surprised they did a Sherlock Holmes set. I don't know why, but that surprised me. And speaking of surprises, we have The Simpsons in LEGO back again. They only made a couple sets and some CMF series about 10 years ago now, but here we have The Simpsons Krusty Burger. And this set had been submitted in the LEGO Ideas process a few times, but this one isn't technically a LEGO Ideas set. It's under the LEGO Icons theme, so I guess if you support this as your LEGO idea, LEGO just kind of did it anyway, which they can do, which some people don't like, but I digress. So this is £180 coming out on the 4th of June, so again, a couple of days after June 1st release date, and I'm glad this is a thing. Out of all the locations from Simpsons, Krusty Burger had to be made. I think the next one that would be a really good one to make would be Springfield Elementary School. That would probably be the biggest Simpsons set so far. Nothing confirmed, just my ideas, just my thoughts. Maybe we'll have to wait another 10 years before we get it, but here we are. And the minifigures do use the same style of molds from the last generation, which I was never a fan of anyway. I preferred the LEGO Simpsons minifigures from the Simpsons TV LEGO episode Brick Like Me, where they looked a bit more LEGO minifigure-y. I get using specialised molds for heads and things makes them look more like characters from the TV show, but I feel like by doing that they also look less like LEGO minifigures. I don't know, it's a personal choice and I'm not a fan of them, but I like the fast food restaurant and I was thinking about getting this for my LEGO City, but I've since designed my own custom one, so maybe I'll go for that instead. It's small. I think it's the smallest in terms of part count, smaller than the other two Simpsons sets, but also fairly a bit more expensive. But 2025, just for inflation, minifigures, got 7 minifigures included. It's set number 10352. If you buy it directly from LEGO, it'll earn you 1,440 insider points with 1,635 pieces and rated 18 plus. It measures 23 centimeters high, 24 centimeters wide, and 20 centimeters deep. So I think it's roughly the size of a base plate, maybe a little bit smaller, but it's fine, perfect for your LEGO City, easy to incorporate here. Here's what the minifigures look like. Yeah, pretty cool. Would have been fun if Sideshow Bob here could have got some specialized feet elements or something to make his shoes look really big, but good minifigure selection here. Maybe a regular Krusty would have been better, but I know they're referencing a certain episode of The Simpsons here, so that's why he's in his farmer's outfit, but I think more people would have preferred just a typical Krusty the Clown outfit. But there's so many details packed inside this Krusty Burger set. It's not massive on the inside, but you've got pretty much everything with the drive-thru, the kitchen, the toilet, the seating area, the counter, the kids zone. Yeah, and opening up like this, it just looks so good. There's so much inspiration here. So even looking down, top down like this, yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm a big fan of this. It looks really good. I don't care too much for the clown car. That's fine, all the minifigures. So if I got this set, I'd wait for it to be on discount, then I would sell the minifigures and sell the car, because I don't need them, but I like this as a restaurant here. All the stickers, unpaid overtime, sign up, now mandatory. I'm sure we can all relate to that, or maybe not, who knows. But yeah, so many cool interior details. It's just a nice, good looking set. And I think for the price, it's kind of fair. The license theme, big set, icons, building, minifigures, it kind of tracks on part count, that sort of thing. But yeah, if I got it, I would definitely sell off a few things just to kind of cut back on the cost. What do you think? Are you a LEGO Simpsons fan? Do you want them to do more Simpsons sets? Oh, and if you do buy this set and you're a LEGO Insider, you get this little exclusive Simpsons living room diorama. No minifigures included in it. It's just a little fraction of the living room here, but I think that looks pretty good. Maybe the couch is a little bit small, but you could probably fit one minifigure on there. But otherwise, yeah, good colours. Good colours used there. That's pretty nice to see. Yeah, this Krusty Burger does look pretty good, doesn't it? I like it. And that is it for the LEGO Ideas and Icon sets coming out on June. Maybe there'll be a few more surprises, as LEGO have done to do in the past, because not everything's coming out on June 1st anymore, as we've seen. They like to scatter out their releases throughout the year, throughout the months, throughout the weeks, so who knows what other surprises there will be. But which one of these sets are you most looking forward to? Tell me in the comments. I'll see you next time for another LEGO video. Bye for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends.